Now it's time to make your fur family. What I want you to do is start with pencil and do a little drawing. You can see how I drew the bear, these grass blades, I did the ground, and near the water, this is like the bank, and then I drew some fish. You get to choose. You can draw a bear, you can draw the ladybug from the story, you can draw the fish, you can draw the grandpa, any of the characters or animals that were in the story, even that little tiny baby bear that we saw. When you are done drawing your picture, I want you to notice that my whole picture is colored, but it might look a little differently, and I want to show you how to use a crayon so you can get those different effects. Like you can see the bear, when I did my pencil, I made some zigzag lines. And we've talked about how to make lines before. So if you make some zigzag lines like this with your pencil, it makes it look a little furrier. And then you can see with the grass, I did straight lines. But with this, I made curved lines. And that kind of makes the ground look uneven, like it would be at the edge of a water bank. And then I want you to notice the crayons, how different it looks. This blue looks different than this blue, and I want to show you how to do that. So I'm going to leave that off to the side, and I want to show you, I'm only going to use a red crayon. So when you're doing the fur on an animal, if you take your crayon and you just do little tiny zigzags up and down, it makes it look a little furry. And notice that they're just little tiny lines. But if I want to do the water, I make the lines longer and wavier. And I just keep doing it over and over and over again until I fill in all. I see how I can even go back and forth. And see how it looks different? And then, if I want, you can see the dirt here and the sky here. I actually flattened it out like this and held my paper still and did it this way. Now this crayon doesn't have a very pointy spot on it, but I can try to find a pointy spot. But I want you to experiment with the different ways you use the crayons and the pencil to make it look different on your paper. And you'll notice that my water looks different than the dirt. That looks different than the grass and different than the sky. Your whole picture needs to be drawn and your whole picture needs to be colored. Don't forget, when you are done, you put your name and class code on the back. For example, I'm Mrs. Day, and I put K for kindergarten, H for my teacher's name. Then you can turn it in.